Welcome to one of the most shocking stories in the world of cars. Richard Rawlings, the king of fast and loud and the founder of Gas Monkey Garage, found himself at the center of an unprecedented courtroom drama. In a stunning turn of events, an unexpected verdict shattered his world right in front of the judge. What lies beneath this shocking case? What dark secrets were hidden? And will the Gas Monkey Empire survive this explosive revelation? Stick with us as we uncover every twist and turn. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you won't miss the next explosive video. Let's get started. A pivotal moment in court left America stunned. The air in courtroom 4A of the Northern District of Texas Federal Courthouse was thick with tension. For hours, an eerie silence hung as Judge Eleanor Simmons sifted through her notes, preparing to announce the verdict. Richard Rawlings sat motionless, his once confident smile gone. His trademark slicked-back hair was now untidy, and his black shirt was wrinkled from weeks of courtroom battles. When the judge finally spoke, her words shattered the silence with chilling precision. The jury had found Richard Rawlings guilty on all counts, and the court handed down a 15-year federal sentence with no chance of parole for the first 10 years. The court also announced financial penalties and restitution demands totaling over $26 million. Something inside the reality TV star seemed to break. His attorney, James Westfield, recalled hearing a strange mix of gasping breaths and moans before Rawlings suddenly collapsed forward. Courtroom sketch artist Marenka described the event as happening in the blink of an eye. One moment Rawlings sat frozen like a statue, and the next he crumpled forward onto the table. The horrific sound of his face slamming into the surface and sliding to the floor sent the entire courtroom into a frenzy. Without hesitation, Westfield called for medical help as federal agents swiftly cleared the courtroom. Journalists who were present vividly described the scene, noting how Rawlings's ex-wife covered her mouth in disbelief. Dennis Collins, Rawlings's close friend for years, tried to rush forward, but security quickly stopped him. Emergency medical technicians worked frantically for nearly 7 minutes before Rawlings regained consciousness, disoriented and pale. Eventually, he was helped to his feet and escorted out of the courtroom, but not in the way anyone expected. Instead of being handcuffed, he was lying on a stretcher, an oxygen mask covering his famous face. Raymond Wilkins, a seasoned courthouse security officer with 27 years of experience handling federal cases, remarked, "Whether famous or not, when that sentence is handed down and you realize your life as you know it is over, something just breaks inside some people." This dramatic collapse marked the end of a gripping 3-week trial that had not only captivated the automotive world but also stunned television audiences. For over a decade, viewers had welcomed Richard Rawlings into their homes, but now they were faced with an unsettling truth about a man they had never truly known. The investigation into Richard Rawlings's business dealings began innocently in late 2023 when an IRS audit uncovered discrepancies in the finances of Gas Monkey Garage. These irregularities would unfold gradually throughout the investigation, slowly dismantling the empire Rawlings had spent years building, piece by piece. What began as a routine tax investigation quickly spiraled into something much bigger when investigators uncovered anomalies that went beyond simple accounting mistakes. The first red flags were the usual signs we see with entertainment figures, explained Martina Suarez, a former IRS investigator. While she wasn't directly involved in the case, she kept a close professional eye on it. The odd debt forgiveness, the blending of personal and business expenses, and the presence of foreign accounts that didn't quite align all raised serious, undeniable suspicions. Then something even more disturbing came to light. Prosecutors labeled it a highly sophisticated scheme, one of the most intricate vehicle identification number, fraud operations ever uncovered in the automotive industry. Court documents revealed that Rawlings was accused of systematically altering VIN numbers on dozens of classic cars sold through Gas Monkey Garage and its affiliated businesses over the course of nearly 8 years. Federal prosecutors presented compelling evidence showing that many high-value cars featured on Fast and Loud were disguised with fake VINs and fraudulent documentation, transforming ordinary classic cars into rare, highly valuable versions worth far more than their actual worth. The jury was presented with side-by-side comparisons of rare muscle cars and the ones Rawlings was accused of misrepresenting. Automotive experts highlighted subtle differences that only seasoned collectors could spot. Especially in the automotive world, the conviction was more than just a legal defeat, it marked the destruction of the public image he had meticulously crafted. As prosecutors laid out their case, a disturbing picture emerged of a fraud operation that allegedly ran alongside the legitimate transactions of Gas Monkey Garage for years. Court documents revealed that the scheme centered on upgrading ordinary classic cars, transforming them into rare, highly valuable versions through a mix of skillful modifications and fraudulent documentation. In the world of car collecting, the vehicle's provenance is everything. A 1969 Dodge Charger, for example, might fetch $75,000 in its original form, but if reworked into a rare R/T version with the iconic $426 Hemi engine, its value could soar to $300,000. Could Richard Rawlings escape the web of lies he's tangled in? As the pieces slowly fell into place, the truth left everyone speechless. Rawlings was accused of taking advantage of these significant value discrepancies by creating rare versions of cars that never actually existed. The genius of this scheme, if you can call it that, was that it tapped into Rawlings's legitimate expertise, explained automotive fraud investigator Marcus Reed. These weren't simple VIN swaps or glaring fakes. Richard Rawlings and his associates ran an elaborate fraud scheme in which they purchased classic cars in poor condition, restored and modified them to mimic rare versions, and then sold them at inflated prices. They used advanced printing equipment to create fake documents, making the cars appear authentic. Over 8 years, they profited more than $14 million. As Rawlings's fame from Fast and Loud grew, he targeted higher-value cars, eventually drawing the attention of collectors. One victim who bought a $1.2 million Shelby GT500 discovered it was actually a modified Mustang worth far less. Rawlings's emails confirming the authenticity of the car provided crucial evidence leading to wire fraud charges. This shocking fraud case, and if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss the next unbelievable story. What a jaw-dropping turn of events. Richard Rawlings, the iconic face of Fast and Loud, left everyone speechless as he collapsed in court upon hearing his sentence. The tension in the room was palpable, and that moment will no doubt go down in automotive and television history. What does this mean for his legacy? And is this truly the end for Gas Monkey Garage?